This is the Pepsi for America's best barbecue. Worthy of 100-mile detours and 1,000 likes. Looks good. This is the Pepsi for mopping, dipping, and dousing. Whatever you're craving, this is the Pepsi for you.
How do you win at business? Stay at La Quinta, where we're changing with contemporary makeovers. Then use the ultimate power handshake, the upper hander with a double palm grab. Who has the upper hand now? Start winning today. Book now at lq.com.
Alex Curry and Leslie Osborne with you. The U.S. victorious over Brazil, and we are joined by Julie Ertz. First of all, Julie, congratulations on winning this tournament. Now, you know you needed a 2-goal victory to take this one. You really took control of this game. What was the focus there heading into the second half?
I mean, really to push and get numbers in the box. I think that was the biggest thing. We knew that we needed 2 goals, and in order to do that, we needed to crush the box with as much numbers as possible. So we were trying to do that without, you know, how good Brazil is with their counterattack. So we were trying to get in the box as well and get in good positioning so that we could kind of regain it in good spots.
Julie, you had a few opportunities earlier in the game. You finally got one. Talk us through that build-up.
Yeah, McCall kind of held back a little bit as she was the 8 and was like, I got this, I'm a 6, so I just ran in there. I believe it was Pino or Alex made a great front post run, and it kind of caught Brazil forward and let the back post open, and a brilliant serve, and I was just trying to do everything I could to keep it in the on frame.
Looks like you executed your game plan against Brazil tonight. Were there any surprises out there that you guys faced?
Not so much surprises as we know that they're just so good on the ball. Brazil's so technical, so we knew that they were going to bring it. I think there's a lot of things that we can learn as well. But you know, I think this tournament was huge for us in progress of kind of obviously with qualifying's coming up. We got to tweak some few things, but I'm just so proud of this team and how hard we worked for each other.
Well, Julie, thank you for joining us, and congratulations once again on winning this tournament.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
Now, the U.S. entered this match knowing they needed a 2-goal victory to win the Tournament of Nations. So let's show you how they did it, starting here with the highlights at Toyota Park.
Yeah, it was just a little flick on from Alex Morgan to wide open Lindsey Horan. Lindsey Horan has the composure and time to find Rose Lavelle open in that box and a half volley finish.
And then in the 53rd minute, it was Ertz with the goal.
Tobin Heath is so good on the ball, dancing on the ball. Megan Rapinoe making that near post run. Julie Johnson making that back post run, scoring big-time goals.
And the 61st minute, it was Heath giving the U.S. some insurance.
Yeah, and Lindsey Horan's had an amazing tournament, finding Alex Morgan in between the center backs. Alex Morgan just beating players, having the patience to have Lindsey Horan and Tobin Heath join her in the attack. Tobin Heath, all she has to do is simply place it far post. Incredible performance here from Tobin Heath.
And the 77th minute, it's the Rapinoe and Morgan show.
Yes, it has. It's been like this all year long. Even last year, they're just reading each other so well. Megan Rapinoe serves a fantastic near post ball in swinger and first touch.
And joining us now is Rose Lavelle. Rose, congratulations on winning the Tournament of Nations. Now, you guys had a lot of opportunities early, but what was the turning point for this team in this game?
I think we knew we couldn't take our foot off the pedal, even though they got that goal. We knew we still had to keep being aggressive and being on our front foot and attacking and not letting that get to us, and thankfully it worked.
Rose, you've had a long road with your injury. You're back here. You're getting a start. You got a big goal. Talk about the impact that you've made here tonight on your team.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously been a long road for me, and I was excited just to get the start. There were definitely some nerves, but kind of put them aside and just tried to do what I know how to and let the rest play out, I guess.
2 months out from qualifiers, do you feel that this team is on track?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this is definitely a big confidence booster. We played some great teams and had some good games, and now we take this and put it towards our next camp and just keep preparing, and really excited to go to qualifiers and see what we can do there.
Rose, congratulations once again. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Well, let's take a closer look at a couple of these goals, because as we said, I mean, the U.S. really took control of this game.
Yeah, especially the second half, but Julie Ertz, she's so instrumental in this 4-3-3. It was this game last year that she actually scored and got changed to that 6th position. But Tobin Heath, talk about the impact she comes on bringing in, going end line, just dancing around, and Julie Ertz making this run, being patient, No one's tracking her. This is incredible. She's box to box. She can score big time goals at late run and just finishes it and gives them a huge game winner for Julie Ertz.
Well, it looks like the trophy ceremony is about to start. Let's send it back inside the JP Della camera and Ali Wagner.
Thank you, Alex. We're getting ready for that trophy presentation. The U.S. wins it this year. Last year was Australia. Ali, it could have been Australia again this year if the U.S. didn't win by the 2 goals. Marching up to receive their tournament trophy. Tournament of Nations 2018. The U.S. wins the game 4-1, scoring 4 unanswered goals. Starting in the 33rd minute, they make their way up the steps to receive their prize.
Now, it's time to introduce our dignitaries. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the participating team dignitaries to the stage. Honorary Sailor Lieutenant Fink of the United States Navy.
Medals are going to be awarded first, and then the trophy presentation.
And now we welcome the heads of each delegation, U.S. Soccer Federation President Carlos Cordero and Chief Legal Officer Lydia Walke.
Should congratulate Carlos Cordero for his work and the work of others in securing a World Cup bid for the United States in 2026. He was very busy
The moment you guys
in the
have all
last
been
few
waiting
months,
for. It's
to say
time
the
now
least.
to introduce your
I don't think there was a country
2018
they didn't visit.
Tournament of Nations champions from the United
now they can
States
focus
of
on
America.
this team
Number 1,
and on the men's team,
Alyssa Nair.
the youth programs, all the changes that or challenges that face this federation. Now we can start addressing those issues.
Julie Ertz had a great game and a great tournament, cementing her position as a holding midfielder.
Her ability to break up play, and then you saw tonight again the offensive thrust that she can bring when she makes those late runs out of mid. That woman there, Sam Mewis, we didn't see much of her, but she's still working her way back into health. And you think of the options they have in the center of midfield, scary for any opponent.
Zerboni was a sub in each of the games. She was actually brought into these games when the game was on the line in each case.
And today, I think it wasn't her best performance, but she's getting minutes against the top opponents that she's never faced. I mean, she has a handful of caps beneath her. Morgan Bryan working her way back, starting to get back into her groove. And the center back position's really interesting one for the U.S. with Dahlkemper, Sauerbrunn, and Davidson both vying for it.
We didn't see Amy Rodriguez either in this tournament. She's another player battling back from injury. The only 2 players out with injuries were Pugh and O'Hara, but there are several players on this team that are just getting back to full fitness.
And you hope that Alex Morgan is healthy after today's match. But you're right, the NWSL season is not a forgiving one, but it's something that these players need to be playing at their top of their game.
And all of these players, with the exception of Tierna Davidson, play in the NWSL. She had a fantastic tournament. Megan Rapinoe had a fantastic 2018. Not that 2017 was bad, but she's even upped it here.
Yeah, who would have thought 30s were going to be her prime? Playing her best football potentially ever. And then with Lavelle coming into the fold, I mean, that's a whole new element to this midfield. The creative force that Heath has, that Lavelle have going forward. Perhaps that attacking third won't be so elusive.
We didn't see Ali Long either in this tournament. Obviously, there's a very talented side that's only going to get better with the additions of the 2 players that were injured. O'Hara and Pugh, to me, are starters.
I'm with you. I think so. Tobin Heath might have an argument there, but I think Pugh, we saw with her, Morgan, and Rapinoe up top how dynamic they were and potent going forward. I think O'Hara sliding into either outside back spot, but Casey Short, the moments she had, thought she was pretty impactful coming in, or looked comfortable at least.
U.S. Women's head coach Jill Ellis.
Going to draw in her 100th game against Australia. And I would think that's a good sign that she's up there on her own without help. Left the game late with an injury.
I think back to Alex Morgan before this tournament started. She said she loves this tournament because the defenses aren't as organized. They're not European. They like to come at you. And look, she had 4 goals.
Wearing the captain's armband, they're going to present the trophy to her, and USA will celebrate. They are the champions.
Your 2018 Tournament of Nations champions, the United States of America!
USA are the champions. 2018 Tournament of Nations. We toss things back to Alex Curry.
Thanks, JP. So the 2018 Tournament of Nations is in the books. Coming up, we'll wrap up a tournament night for the U.S.
Still nervous about finding a new apartment?
Yeah, but popping these things really helps me relax. Please don't. I'm saving those for later.
Well, at least you don't have to worry about renter's insurance. Just go to Geico.com.
Geico helps with renter's insurance. It's good to know.
Been doing it for years.
That's really good to know. I'll check them out.
Get to know Geico and see how easy homeowners and renters insurance can be.
Do we have any heavy-duty spray adhesive? Gorilla Spray Adhesive. Of course.
Gorilla Spray Adhesive for the toughest jobs on planet Earth. Gorilla Tape, double thick adhesive, rugged outer shell for the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
The U.S. women's national team has gone more than 1 year without suffering defeat, and tonight's 4-1 victory over Brazil means they get to take home the Tournament of Nations trophy. The U.S. hoping to capture a much bigger prize next summer. They'll look to claim a spot in the 2019 Women's World Cup in October. The draw for the 2014 tournament set for early December, and the World Cup begins June 7th in Paris, with the final a month later in Lyon. Now, Leslie, when you look back at these 3 games and you look ahead to qualifying, what was your takeaway from this tournament?
Well, biggest takeaway is just how confident this team is. And what I loved is they progressed and got better in each game. And they played against 3 teams with 3 different styles. So as far as a measuring stick and a test going into qualifiers, these are the games you want. And they also were put in uncomfortable situations, being down a goal, getting scored on counterattack. So these learning moments, players had to adapt. And there's so many good takeaways going into qualifiers in these lead-up games against Chile. So all good, team's confident, and hopefully Alex Morgan isn't too injured.
Exactly, and exactly what this team wanted to see. The U.S. women's national team able to claim the 2018 Tournament of Nations title. Thank you so much for watching our coverage of all 3 U.S. games as we embark on the road to France.